We've been trying to have a baby for a while, and we went through IVF to make it happen, and when it did, I mean, we were just astounded. You know, when she was first born, we had a lot of troubles with her sleeping. Everybody we went to was like, oh, she's a colicky baby. Oh, it's just colic, it'll go away. Or you're first-time parents, you don't know what you're doing.
So when we first started going to the doctors and saying, like, you know, why does this baby scream all the time? Why isn't she sleeping? Like, we need help. Our original pediatrician would really just look at us and kind of say, you're new parents, you just don't know. We finally got smart and switched doctors at that point. And our new pediatrician was like, oh my gosh, no, you need the sleep lab, you need this, you need that, like, we're gonna figure this out. When we got her diagnosis, I cried. You know, that's not something any parent ever wants to be told, is that your child has autism, because you just know things are going to be harder for your child. But once that was over with, it was kind of a relief. Like, now we know what's going on and we can do something to make it better. They send you out, they kind of give you a diagnosis and kick you out the door.
I remember driving home after we got the diagnosis, the first thing I thought was, that's all right, I've got great insurance.
I called the insurance company and they're like, oh no, we don't cover autism. Like, your insurance, no, we don't have autism coverage.
The only thing at that point to do to get Claire the treatment was to take Claire off my insurance and pay for private insurance. To actually be able to get the autism benefits, it was a higher insurance premium, plus higher deductibles, higher co-pays, higher everything. I met Dr. Allen at the Autism Safety Training for First Responders, which was a great training. I was able to get a business card from her and tell her my situation, and she listened really well and agreed that that's not right and we should do something about that. And Dr. Allen was always there at our side, you know, answering phone calls, answering emails, and pushing us in the right direction. They originally thought that they did have coverage under mental health parity. They thought that autism was covered automatically under that. And nobody's really pushed far enough to get it to this point. The support of the Alliance has been tremendous. Without that encouragement, I think we would have just stopped when people stopped answering our emails and just been like, you know, maybe it's time to start finding a different job.
And on World Autism Awareness Day, they voted to adopt coverage.
Yeah. Claire is amazing. We can go to a restaurant that we haven't been in for 6 months to a year, and she'll tell us where we sat at last time.
Yeah, back in September, she was a kid who wouldn't even ask us for something to drink because she was thirsty. She would sit at the fridge and she would kick the fridge.
Through ABA, she was able to use her words and manage her emotions and be like, I didn't get what I wanted the first time, but this is what I want. And then we're expecting another meltdown, like, I'm gonna get something thrown at me and I'm gonna have to clean this up now, you know? And she's like, Daddy, will you go get me something to drink? And I'm like, yeah, like, of course I'll go get you something to drink, honey.